Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Candace, the creator of Diamond Dance Art. I always have to slow down when I say that because I have to remember what I named us. But welcome back if you guys are returning, if this is your first time here. Kick up a chair, stay a while. We're going to be doing a whip and chat. I am working on the Some Enchanted Evenings piece. And I am on my, let me consult my records. I'm currently on my 40th and 41st block. I am in row 6, it looks like. Yeah, I think that's right. But anyway, I'll give you guys a good view of what I've completed so far. Right now we're working on this section, the wooded area and the sky. I do have some black that I need to fill in, but I'm saving that for last. So I'm actually going to be filling in all of the alternative colors that you see left. I have some purples and blues left over. And so we're going to be working on that. I actually been working on this painting since this morning. And right now it is 8:35. So I actually finished this part of the tower. Let's angle you over here. I finished this portion of the tower here. And I got this part of it done. I have some of the black and the stained glass to complete, and then I'll be right back over here again. Well, I'll do this last. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't feel like I've made very much progress on this piece this past week. I should actually be on my next row, but it's all good. I'm really not rushing this process. I'm taking breaks. I'm taking rest when I feel like it. I actually also started another snack size project. And that is my craft room sign. I'm just going to stick it right here so you guys can see it really quick. This was started on a how-to video, and I just started working on it to get it completed, but I don't have enough of my purples. I seem to be having trouble with purple. The last, for my Some Enchanted Evening canvas, I had to send away to Diamond Art Club for them to send me some purples. And I had to do the same thing for this one. Not a problem. They simply just ship it out and I'll get them, you know, whenever shipping ships. We're all dealing with the tariff situation. Pardon me. And it's, you know, putting a delay on things so far. I've seen, I really don't do too much online ordering, but recently anyway, not since all of the legislation and things were signed and things started moving. But I did order a diamond painting on the 12th of April, and I'm still waiting around for it to get here. Since I had to send a message off about the missing or the drills that I need to complete my craft room sign, I went ahead and just inquired about when I would actually see that the painting is going to be on its way to me. And yesterday, which was the 28th, they told me it was going to be about 3 to 5 days at that point. Now, the estimation when I first ordered the diamond painting, which is Colors of the Bayou, it said I would receive it by the 28th. But since it hasn't even gone to processing, or it hasn't, like, I guess it hasn't they got my order, it just hasn't moved, basically. So I don't know what's up with that. I'm just patiently waiting. It's not like I'm gonna start it right away as soon as I get it, but you know how you order something and you just kind of want it in your possession. You just want it here. So that's kind of where I'm at. I just kind of want it here so I can gawk at it. give me some inspiration to, you know, continue to put hours in on this painting so I can get it finished. But I said it before my other WIP&Chat that I'm really not rushing this process. Um, so, you know, I talk about time, but it's really more so because I had a certain calculation and I was really excited to see if my math was right. Um, and if you like, I'll actually go through how I track my timing, because I cannot do hour by hour. I forget to start, like, I forget to see what my start time is. And, well, I'll see what my start time is, but I'll forget to log my stop times. And I'll probably diamond paint through one full color in my section, and then I will take a break. So I don't know how long it takes me to finish a color, because it just depends on how many trays I poured up. When I was doing this green section here, I actually poured up 3 trays, and I got through it a lot faster because I didn't have to put away drills and then re-pour drills. But I did have a small section, I'm not going to tell you where it's at, where I did mix up 2 of my colors. They're both green, so it really isn't that big of a deal. But as a person putting this together, you are going to realize and notice when you make a mistake, and then you're going to be able to pinpoint where it's at. A person coming into my home and seeing this painting, they're not going to notice. So, not going to be super, you know, OCD about this part, about that mistake. I'm just going to chalk it up to my artistic expression, that I swapped the colors for a few drill fields, and call it, you know, call it whatever. Actually, I learned in my time that in some cultures, when you are working on, and this kind of applies to textiles really, when an artist is working on a project, it is an offense to God if that project is perfect. So if there are no mistakes throughout your project, it's like saying God bless you with the skill and the talent to do the textile, which when I learned about this, it was weaving. And if your weaving mimicked something perfect, it meant that you did not think God was perfect. So I don't know. I just kind of always was like, okay, well, if I make a mistake, a small mistake is fine, as long as it's not affecting the integrity of the piece, or it's not completely demolishing the pattern or the image that I'm trying to get across. Then we're just going to make it a happy mistake, as Bob Ross would say. So, as an artist, when you are creating and you're doing things from scratch, your eye can definitely tell you that your piece is not good. However, to observers and people who are not of, you know, more of an artistic experience, may see something beautiful and see nothing wrong with it at all. So, during my years of being an artist, I've just learned to kind of accept my mistakes and not, you know, over obsess about them. So I'm doing, what color is this? I can tell you guys. I'm working with the hashtag sign number 820. You've probably heard me say a few times that I do not like the color blue. And with this painting having like a blue sky and then blue inside of the roof, I was kind of concerned that those blue areas would give me trouble. But because the canvas is so well put together as far as its color palette, the blues are not bothering me. They're actually bringing the piece together fully for me, so that when I am working on it, I'm not just seeing blue, I'm seeing the dimensions of the sky that's being put together. I see the dimensions of the roof that is put together by these color palettes, and it just makes it easier to digest. Not sure what happened with me with the color blue, to be honest. I would say sometime last year when I was crocheting. You guys can kind of get a date on that if you follow my Instagram. I'll put it up there for you guys. You'll probably see that I was working on this dark blue, light blue blanket. I was crocheting it for my daughter. And I really started out with wanting to do a really nice elaborate pattern for her, but the pattern proved to be a little bit too hard for me, especially just getting back into crocheting. And I found a distaste for it. I did finish the blanket for her. I mean, it's for my child, so of course I had the motivation of the love that she, wanted me to make her a blanket. But I just was not happy with the color choices that she picked. And when you're doing something for someone, it's out of love, and so you pick what they're going to enjoy out of it. But I just did not enjoy that process of making that blanket. I started it and frogged it so many different times. If you're not a crocheter, no worries. Frogging basically means that you started your piece and you have work done on it and you have to rip it out. And frogging came from playing with the words and, ripping sounding like ribbit. So like you rip it out, it sounds like ribbit. So frogging. I'll apply that terminology to this art form too, because when I can catch it, if I notice that I put down drills in the wrong area, mostly it's when you first start it, I had to pluck up some drills because I laid them down in the wrong drill fields. I wasn't able to do that with the two greens that I was working on, because once I laid the drills down, I had no idea where I put them. And to differentiate the colors while the drills are placed, I wasn't trying to do all that. So this color is Y797 for some enchanted evening. So I'm just getting this blue out of the way. And I still have some greens that I missed when I first did my green palette. It's all good. Today my son is not feeling good, so I had to stay home with him, and so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing, tending to the sickland, and then just kind of working at this throughout the day. I got to look at my last postings, because I do want to be consistent with posting for you guys and for myself. I hadn't looked back at my last WIP&Chat. I don't even remember what I talked about, but that's okay. This is a new week. We got new things going on. Not really. I don't have really anything new going on. Just work. Work is going really, really well. I am working on developing myself as a leader. I do have ambitions to be in management or be a part of the leadership squad. And so I'm doing some reading and some personal development to prepare myself for that part of my career. I've kind of always wanted to be in management, and then learned throughout the years that there are different forms of management. I tend to gravitate more to process management. I really love the idea of dissecting a process and making it cleaner and streamlining it with a fresh set of observation. So that's basically what I do at my work. I just use my natural talents and I mix them with the training and the specialty of my field, and I just try to make everything better. So this career change has been insane for me, because I started my career out in the healthcare field doing like billing and coding. And I did go to school for it. I worked in that field from 2013 till about 2020. When the pandemic hit, my clinic ended up closing down, and I had to switch gears and go into something different, which is fine. I'm very adaptable. I'm a pretty smart cookie. So I just applied what I learned throughout the years, along with my natural ability to just process improve. And it landed me where I'm at now, which is, I think, where I always should have been, which is in finance. Go figure, one of the things that you probably will hear me talk about a lot on this channel, aside from diamond painting and other artsy things, is probably finances. Um, I'm I'm becoming an advocate for financial literacy, and educating individuals who want to listen on how to better improve their situation. I think it's something that is definitely needed, especially now. Things are in front of our eyes going up so rapidly, and you have to get creative sometimes when it comes to budgeting those type of changes, especially if you're not in a position to be able to change your situation with changing jobs, or going to school, which that is more of a long-term investment in your career, going to school or getting re-educated. Not all bad ideas, but sometimes people are not in a position to make those large changes. So just, learning about different ways to kind of help my community, help myself, and educate in a way that's going to give us a better foundation of how money works. I don't think it's taught enough. I don't think it's talked about enough. It's a very touchy situation when you are talking about finances. So I don't have those conversations with people unless they absolutely are committed to being open and listening to other perspectives about money. So that's one of my passions, is financial literacy. So, if that's a thing for you too, let me know inside of the comments. Outside of, artsy things or diamond painting, what are you into? What are some of your passions? I would love to know. Start up a conversation. Keep it digestible for others, so that we don't have to deal with, weirdness. I'm just going to call it weirdness. All right, so I have my 890 number 9 for this kit going into the tray. I actually have gotten to the point of this canvas that I had to start breaking open some of my spare packs. That made me so excited for some reason. I think it's because it gives me, it gives me a, hey, you've used up all of what you originally poured. And so now we're going to get into it more, using up all the diamonds. So I'm glad to see my diamond supply is depleting. And my canvas is coming together. So that was number 890. And I am, I'm learning this whole diamond painting thing from a different perspective when it comes to this channel, because I literally am just doing this for the enjoyment of myself. I don't know, you guys, if you have a channel or you do make content, do you go back and just look at your own content? I'll admit the WIP&Chat I haven't gone back to look at, but my shorts I do enjoy, my unboxings I do enjoy rewatching. And it's, it's a review thing. It's also like, how can I be better than I was the last time that I posted something? So it is definitely a documentation of ability for reals, and I'm okay with it. It's a hobby, it's something to do, and then I get to make friends. So definitely get involved in the comments, like the video, share it if you have someone that's in your circle that loves this type of stuff. I'd be happy to embrace them into our Diamond Dance art club. I'm gonna make it a club. So what are you guys working on right now? There are so many I realize that I'm very outdated when it comes to the canvases that I picked to work on. I realize like these got some timestamps on them. So this one I think I'm working on is from 2024. And Mr. Spangler has since come out with another rendition of his castle, which I think is awesome because this painting is basically a ball. It's a ball and people are downstairs and they're having fun. We have the fairies that are coming into the castle, coming to enjoy the festivities. This is a live action piece. This is how I view this, you guys. Under the night sky. I can't wait. Even though it's let me see. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't wait. Just every part of revealing this canvas, rolling. I work from the bottom up because of how my workspace is. And just unrolling the parts that I haven't been looking at for a long period of time gave me some life. That sky, the roof, the smokestacks, the moon. So pretty. And it's going to be so much fun putting it together. So I'm just working on these blues. I see some more green palette that I have to go back in. I have some A's there. Yeah. And so so I am getting I'm getting in the swing of summer. I'm planning a trip to go to the beach with the children. They'll be out of school soon, and I want to do something before school ends to kind of like, you know, just give them a moment, give them that recharge so they can finish out the rest of the school year pretty strong. So I have that on the radar. I was in, where was I at? I was in Target, and I was picking up the blessed air fryer that we also needed. I was being very picky about my air fryer. The colors that were out, the reds and the blacks, I really didn't want that color in my kitchen. My kitchen is what is the colors, Lord? It's silver. It's like gray. It's like gray and white type color palette. And I didn't really want to put a big red air fryer or a big black appliance on my counter because it just wouldn't go. So I kind of just stayed on the market for a while and just been patient. And I happened to be in Target over the weekend, and I found this air fryer. It's a 4-quart air fryer. It's called Bell. I'll put a picture of it. There you go. Editing. So it's called Bell, and I like the color. I honestly got it because of the size. Well, the size, it fits on my counter, and then I got it for the color. I love the cream color. It goes well with the rest of the kitchen, and I can have some kind of cohesiveness in my kitchen space. So I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I didn't just like rush and just get whatever. The kids are really appreciative of the air fryer. They are little mini chefs with the air fryer inside the house. And so we have some nice motivation for cooking going on. Some good easy cleanups. I just missed all of these A's right here. So let me go back and get my A's. I had all these A's pop out. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh, the air fryer. All right, so we got the air fryer. Now the next appliance that I really want to get is the next two appliances that I want to get. I really want a coffee machine. It does not have to be oh so elaborate. I got accustomed to making my own lattes at one point and not having to go to the store for a latte. Hello? Give me that. And it was a simple Mr. Coffee. It really wasn't even like a super expensive appliance. But I do have to do things in stages in the order in which they're necessary. So my coffee maker is definitely not on the priority list as much as the air fryer was. But I'm taking my time with my coffee maker too, because I want to make sure that if I'm going to invest into an appliance, it's going to be exactly what I want, and I need it to replace my going out and buying coffee, which, no judgment, I don't do that often. I don't buy coffee outside of the house often. That is just one of those controllable expenses that I don't have to keep track of, which is really nice. A lot of my budgeting has to do with I don't want to keep track of it. I found that when I keep a record of my transactions, y'all, this is just a budgeting tip. When I'm keeping a record of my transactions, I write down every transaction that I make, and it's such a pain that I will avoid spending just so I don't have to write it down. I keep very close books, and I have I have a system in place that I learned from the Budgetnista. I will put in the description box some information from her if you would like, and you guys can check it out. But I learned some tips from the Budgetnista, and I applied it to my into my process. I love it. If you're interested in hearing more about it, then check out my description box, because I'll have her I'll have the podcast that I listen to linked there for you, so you can at least search it. Life-changing to me, eye-opening to me, and fun actually to implement. So anyway, I am closing up with my, what is this, 320, 310? I think this is, I'm gonna start learning these colors. Yep, this is 310 black. I'm closing up 310 right now. And that is going to be, I think, the last drill color that I need to lay down, and these two sections are going to be completed. So happy. When I complete a full row, I'll clean off the entire canvas, because I have a bunch of stuff up here. And I'm going to roll it out so I can just take a second to enjoy the fruits of my labor. So I have the overhead camera on with the flash working as my lighting, but I do have this light pad on under here, and I keep it under here just in case I want to get like a new perspective. It definitely looks different from when the light is on and the light is off. When the light is on and I'm doing let's say I'm doing these green areas, I can't really see the image that I'm working on. But it's okay, because I can see where to place my drills, which is the most important thing. Sometimes if the lighting with outside, like the sunlight is coming in well, it's not as cloudy outside. Close to the evening time, I don't have to have my flashlight on. I can just use the light from the sun, and it's magnificent. I don't need the backlight on, the light pad. And I can just see all of the color saturation. I can see all the confetti and the blocking and the reasoning behind putting certain colors in certain areas. It is really something that you can just sit and look at and dissect from so many different perspectives, y'all. This is what I get out of the diamond painting. The more that I do it and I sit and think about my why, I come up with all of these different, reasons for appreciation. Oh, I missed one there. So I also, with doing diamond painting and using the different color palettes, you're sitting and you're wondering, like, okay, I mean, you might not be, but You may be wondering, like, why do I have so many different colors of the same color? Like, there's green, but then you have, you know, like 8 or 9 different shades of it. It's to add the depth into your painting. I was driving on my way to work, and the sun was just perfect where it was at in the sky, and I could see the trees that are left over in my area because they're knocking them down left and right. I could see a collection of trees, and I took notice of the different color greens that I seen dark greens, light greens. Whether or not it was the actual coloring of the plant itself, I would not know because it was in a distance and I was driving. But I can tell you that it does have something to do with that, but also the lighting that you're catching as well, and how the light flows through the leaf. So all of these different things, like if you are an artist that draws or paints with color, you understand this most perfectly, that the use of shading in different levels of darkness in a color can give you those 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional views of a piece of artwork. And I knew that, but it became more apparent actually working on this piece, and especially in the area with the trees, how amazing they made me feel because of the different layers of green and how they overlap the castle, or they are pushed back because of certain techniques. So, I mean, talking about enjoying a craft, I find this completely enjoyable, as you can see. I will suggest, if you are new to diamond painting, start off with a small project. That way you can get accustomed to the organization that it requires. You can get together how you actually want to store your drills, and you can get the muscle memory going on with picking up your drills and placing them down. I do this pretty quick now. My hand-eye coordination has always been pretty good. I played music in school. I think that was helpful, having to have finger placement, bow placement, and then still look at your sheet of music. That takes practice and skill. And so all of those things I feel like contribute to my ability to manage such things like this. When I say manage, I mean like the hand-eye coordination. I'm able, and I'm pretty sure other painters can do this as well. They can look at a drill field, count how many squares is needed, and just land it when they go into their trays. So I've realized that I'm able to do that. And I actually don't even really see the drill field. I see it, but it's more of like a quick glance, and I just know with the symbol and the color where to place it, where it goes. So like with anything, with practice, you'll gain speed, you'll gain understanding, and then you're the expert. How about that? But I don't call myself an expert. I'm just saying you can become an expert if you like. So quite literally, I just am filling in these black areas. If I've come across a drill field that's not the 310 black, I'm just picking it up and I'm filling it in as needed. So once I finish this row, I'm going to be taking a nice break. Might definitely grab me something to eat on and grab my water cup. Oh, let me tell you about my non-Stanley. So I like cups, just like, you know, I like cups, and I like to have things accessible to me that I don't have to go grab when needed. So when I'm at work and I don't have my cup, I'm not drinking as much as I should be. So I wanted to get a Stanley Cup. I got my daughter one for her birthday, and I just couldn't get with the price point for the designs. Like, I would have to buy all these additional accessories on top of a $30 cup just to make it cute and to fit my fancy. So instead, I decided not to get it. And I was shopping around this weekend, and I found myself inside of Hobby Lobby. And wouldn't you know, they had 40-ounce tumblers that resemble a Stanley. It has the capacity to keep your beverages cold for 24 hours and then keep your beverages hot for 7 hours. It has a handle, and it has the cutest little pattern of flowers on it. And I'm like, okay, if I'm going to buy a cup, I want it to have a design and be pretty. Let's just get a cup that already is made that way. So I found this cup, and lo and behold, it was on sale. So I got my cup, and then I got this cute little fanny pack to add to it. I have no idea what I'm putting in this little fanny pack. Right now, I have a lip gloss in there. And I didn't even really put it on much yesterday. But I did have my cup. Y'all want to see it? Sure. Hold on. Okay, you guys. Here she is. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me wipe your face. Give me a sec. Wipe your face off. There you go. Nice and clean face. All right. Here's my cup. It's so stinking cute. I couldn't get with the Stanleys, man, because they wasn't cute like this. Look at the pretty flower. All right. So this is what inspired me to want to take the kids to the beach. I got my little sunshine. He's smiling, got the cool sunglasses on. They keep going upside down, but that's okay. I got my little lovely pineapple, my rainbow. I do love pina coladas. And I'm always throwing up the peace sign. So yeah, I had to get this, you guys, and it was affordable. It wasn't like a stupid. It was fine. When it comes to me getting stuff for myself, I'm always gonna catch a sale, baby. Always gonna catch a sale. All right, let's get back to work. Thank you for joining me with my cup. I did go on Amazon too. I went on Amazon and I was like, okay, what else can I put on my cup to just make it fantastic? And I seen all of the add-ons and the accessories. Yo, I'm gonna chill for a second with my fanny pack because this is gonna get out of control. It is. It's just simply gonna get out of control. So I'm gonna wait a little bit before I go completely crazy with decorating my cup. I'm gonna do it in stages. But I love my little cup, and I love even more that I got it on sale, y'all. You want to know the price? $12.99. So I had enough money from saving on the cup to get the little fanny pack that was $7.99, and I got it from Hobby Lobby. They had so many different designs though. I picked that one because it is spring. It's really bright. It's pretty. It's colorful. So that's why I went that route. They had like a multicolored cheetah print one that was in like some cold colors, the purples, blacks, and blues. And it was really shiny. It was like a gradient type of fade sort of design. So yeah. You know, I'm not knocking anybody that has a Stanley Cup, Lord. Jeez. Personal preference, okay? Don't come at me. People are, you know, be nice. Alright, so we're coming close on our 310. If you guys are still here, I've been recording for about over 40 minutes now. I had, when I went to go get my cup, I actually stopped the recording by mistake. And I had to pick up, but it's okay because I was able to take my, I just went ahead and took my camera off the mount and gave you that shot there. When I thought I was recording, I just kept it mounted and was like trying to fit the cup underneath. It was stupid, so it worked out. It worked out, you guys. So right now, unexpected day off. I have got to be productive, so I decided let's make some content. Yeah, so anyway, back to I'm not I'm not opposed to talking career here. So I don't know. If you guys got some topics you want to discuss, put it in the comments. But I'm after spending all of my time and my money on getting an education in healthcare, it did not produce, and it just failed me. Like, the industry is so oversaturated, and because it's oversaturated, they're able to lowball people when it comes to salary, and the amount of work and understanding that you have to be a coder. It was very discouraging, trying to market myself in that industry against others who had been doing it for 20 plus years, and for someone to give me the opportunity to prove myself. So, it just didn't work out, and that's okay. People have career changes all the time. And I had to just realize I had to change gears, and I was going to not start all the way from scratch, but I had to prove my worth, and that's what I had been praying for. I really just want the skill and the know-how to do things so that I can be taught to fish and not shown to fish. So I'm really a lifelong learner, you guys. Like, I adore it. I adore learning new things. I adore having a different perspective of looking at this thing that we call life. You can't get the full view if you just stay stuck in one stagnant pattern over and over and over, year after year after year. But don't get me wrong, if you're comfortable in your life and you do not have to make adjustments, by all means, get comfortable and ride it out, honey. I just am not comfortable, and I have work to do. That's all. I'm only 38 years old. I don't have it all figured out. And you grow up, you make mistakes, and then you learn from the mistakes, and you say, oh my God, I gotta clean up so that I can apply this new knowledge. That's life, y'all. It really isn't that difficult. We make it difficult because emotions get involved. I think that's a conversation for another day. I have one drill left to place, and I'm calling this done for this section. 2 drills. I just seen 2 sections. All right, 2 drills. So this is my number 327. It's like a purpley color. I need to place that here. Boop. And then my X symbol, which is 209, another purpley color. And we're going to put that here. Boop. And you guys, thank you. Thank you for sitting with me while I finish my row. So since you stuck around, I'm going to take a pause, clean up my mess. And I'm going to lay this out for us because I want to take a good look at it. Pause. Oh, looky. Look how much we've gotten done, you guys. I would say this is about, let me see, let's count these rows. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows left. This is the sky that I was telling you guys about. Look at the smokestack. You guys see? I haven't even touched some of these colors. I cannot wait to do this fairy up here. She's so pretty. And she's so big. She's bigger than the other fairies. The other fairies were smaller. Still very detailed. This is what it looks like with the flash off. You guys, look at how bright this is. This thing is big. I went on to Etsy and I found a custom frame that I could get. It was very reasonably priced, but y'all, that shipping? Oh my god, like what? The frame was about $22 for this size, and the shipping was $99, y'all. So I'm getting to know my art form, and I'm getting to know that displaying is definitely an investment. I'm not mad at it. Pause. Welcome to my craft room. So these are the two that I have displayed so far. That's my little table. And here's my next one. I'm just taking you guys on a wall tour real quick. This is a Cotton Candy Princess. Pause. This is the very first diamond painting that I did when I discovered diamond painting. All right, let's do it at an angle. There you go. That's the very first diamond painting that I did and became addicted to it. Pause. So since we're here, I'll take you on a tour. This is a candle. It's a candle cooler. I thought this was the cutest thing when I seen it. I burned it for like 2 days straight, y'all. So you pop the top off. 2 days straight. That's what I got. So I just have to get another. Oh, it smells so good. I'm gonna keep the top off. I'm gonna get another grow lighter so that I can light this. I can't light it. I can try to light it with a regular Bic. But it's definitely down low, so I gotta get a new grow lighter. That's my little messy desk where all the stuff happens. My light pad. I love this little thing. For the size, I was really concerned about this because when I got it off of Temu, and I was like thinking, okay, I have this big diamond painting. I need a big light pad. But I just move this around left and right in the area that I'm working on, and it works out just perfectly fine. I probably paid like $6 for it. Pause. And this little bad boy here is, of course, a coffee warmer. I love it. You set it on there and it turns on. You take the cup off, it turns off. And I think I purchased that off of Temu as well. If you guys are interested in this item, I can post it. I can put it inside of the description box so you can check it out. I think I already did a review of the light pad, so check that video out if you haven't seen it. Pause. I'm pausing because I don't want you to see my whole room. Anyway, we're back to art painting. This is what I have left to do, y'all. I mean, I don't know how many weeks it's going to take me to do it. 6 of them. I'm thinking another 6 weeks to get this done, but we'll see. It's like a week per row, my average that I got going on. Randall Spangler, I really also enjoy your art. So you guys, I'm going to close out here. Thanks so much for
guys, I'm going to close out here. Thanks for joining me for the whip and chat while I got my sections done and touring my wall art. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.